Alright guys, trying to get the old front end out from under the 67, and one thing that I did was I went ahead and got the trailing arms that are on both sides. Those bolts are off over there. You can see them under here. Those bolts are gone, and there's a rubber thing. I got the power steering box off. Unhooked the control links, but I left them between the tires so when I turn one they both turn like that. And so what I'm working on right now is the twin I-beam bolts, and I've soaked them in PB Blaster, and I'm going to take my air wrench right here and see if I can get these off. So let's see what happens. It's a 15/16 bolt, so almost a 1 inch. We'll see what happens. Loosened it up. Hold it on the other side. I don't have a big old 15/16 wrench, so I'm putting a pipe wrench on it actually. Hold it right there. Got it. So see, that one's off now. Let's go get the other side. It's reversed. It's on the back side. So we'll have to get this from over here. Got it. So that's how you get the stubborn bolts undone. PB Blaster the night before. Impact wrench if you got one, man, they're awesome. Alright, so now this entire front end, I pull those two bolts of the twin I-beams, and this entire front end should come out. Oh, by the way, I'm going to cut my soft brake lines right now just to get this out of the way, because the soft brake lines are worthless. They're really, really bad and cracked. Alright guys, right here, it's real important that you, while you still have your old suspension in the truck, it's important that you find the center line of your spindles and mark that on the frame. So what I did here was I put a string bob over the wheels and got them where they were hanging dead center of the kingpins. That's what I was checking at the first of this. Then I went to that same string and I scribed a line on the frame right there. I did both sides. So that is the kingpin, center of the kingpin. So that is approximately a ½ inch behind the motor mount hole. And a lot of people go from the center of this hole with the core support. It is like 22 and 3/32, which is, people online have been saying 22.1, so that's real close. Both of the beam bolts are out. Now I'm just going to use a crowbar and kind of pull them down out of the frame. There's one. There's two. Alright, now I should be able to pull this thing forward out of the truck. I just gotta get those trailing arms out of their pivot holes. They're such an angle right now. I really should take the springs off, but I don't have a torch and I can't get that big bolt undone. Let's see if I can knock this forward. See the two axles that have fallen down now? I think I'll take something and kind of lash them together so that they kind of stay even. And then I need to basically pull those trailing arms. They're at such a steep deal here. They don't want to come out of that hole very easy. So I'm going to try to wiggle them. The spring's hitting right here on the perch. So I can't necessarily lower the truck down much more. I might be able to put a floor jack under it. Let's do that. Okay. See if my crowbar will work. Push it out. Why it don't want to come out of there? Alright, that one's out. We'll get the other one. see that. Just rolling it out. Alright, still recording. There it is. I'm going to lash those two beams together with a little something stronger than wire ties. I used two black pretty strong wire ties, but they just broke. One of them did. And that'll kind of make these kind of roll as a unit. And then I can just roll this thing out. Get it out of my way. Came right out. So now I'm up on jack stands and ready to start cutting all this metal out. And it is about 100 degrees right now, so it is hot and I'm sweating like a dog. But making progress. Alright guys, so now we're down to stuff that's either bolted on, riveted on, or both. And some of the stuff is also welded. So we got rivets, bolts, and welds in here that we're going to have to take care of. So some of these have little access holes that you can reach in here and put a socket on or something so that you can kind of hold it down. Let's see what I can do with that. That backed out. What's weird is it almost feels like it kind of stressed as it was coming out. Like it was threaded in. Maybe after it was put in, you know, the stress of all the other rivets and stuff pushed it sideways. Anyway, that's how I'm doing it. This side. You can see here I'm cutting across every one of these rivets with a grinder, and then I'm going to come with an air chisel and try to chisel it off. That's what people online have been saying we can do. I've got one more bolt right here that I missed, and then I've got a dang rivet right behind this bump stock that is going to be really hard to cut. I might have to drill it, just put it right in the center and just drill it out with a big drill bit to get that one out. And then I think this little support right here and the spring tower will come off. Getting there. That's two pieces. Drill it a little more. A lot of work. There it goes, finally. I think that was in 3 layers. Alright, there's the 3 that popped out so far. And then on the front of this, there was a bolt. And on the back of it, there is another bolt, or a rivet right there. That dang rivet. That's going to be the hardest one to get out. Get that out and you're done. So you got 2 bolts. One way over here on the extreme, one over here on this extreme, and 4 rivets, 1 here and 3 here. And that's what you got to do to get these spring perches and this outside beam holder out of the way. Alright, I think I got the last rivet out of this. There's that piece. Unless this is held on with something else. It should come off. There it goes. There's that. So, 1 spring perch down. That took about an hour. 1 to go. Alright, it's all over but the cutting now. I just got to cut that center member. But before I do, I'm gonna weld a piece between these 2 horns right here, just to hold everything straight while I cut this out, because I would hate for it to get crooked and I get everything bolted in and I'm kind of cattywampus. So anyway, that's where I'm going to stop for tonight. I'll keep this all going through the week, sending you guys some updates, and we'll get a Crown Vic front end under this thing before you know it.